Thank you for clicking on this video. I'm going to be showing you how you can 10x the revenue that's coming inside of your business with a little system that I like to call the Catalyst backend system. Now, this is not me selling you anything, so don't feel like you're going to be sold at the end of this. You're not. It's going to be all value. So let's go ahead and get into this. I made this beautiful little overview. I'm actually having an entire blueprint based on this, but we have a beautiful overview of what the Catalyst backend system overtails, and we're just going to walk you through step by step. There's 3 parts of the system, and I'm going to walk you through, and each part of the system is going to be boosting your business. So this is something you're going to want to pay attention to and probably take notes. So we have 3 parts of the system: top, middle, and bottom of the system. Here's just like a quick little overview if you want to look at it. But the top of the system is going to basically be the top. It's going to be where you're getting your paid ads. It's going to be where you're getting your traffic from. Now, you want to make sure that you're optimizing and targeting the right people. So you want to make sure you're getting the best creatives out there. Creatives are non-negotiable. I like to personally test so many different creatives, so I'm not just spending so much money on ads and they're not optimized as best as possible. I like to keep both my creatives and my audience in the golden zone. It's like a little thing I've made up for just completely optimal. How I personally test my creatives is inside of Facebook. When I make my ad, I would go ahead and I would quickly duplicate it like so, and then I would just change out the creative. So whatever video it was, I wouldn't change anything else like the ad budget or the name of it or anything. The only thing I would do is just change out the creative. So as you can see right here, those are 2 different creatives, and that's the exact same thing. The ad copy hasn't changed, okay? So then I personally test like 3 of those, and I make sure I test my creative to see which one are performing best. Now, when I find which creatives are performing the best, I start to test my interest to see how I get the most ideal audience, right? How I personally test my interest. You can see this is just one ad set. Then I would duplicate this ad set 6 different times, and each of those ad sets will be targeting a completely different audience. Now, you see the names of the interest that I'm targeting. I only target 1 interest at a time when I'm doing this. But this way, I'm able to see which ads are working, and they all have the same ads. And the only thing that's different is the interest that they're targeting. So that way I see the exact audience that I need. That way the top of the funnel is secure. We have the most optimal part of the top of the funnel. Now that moves us down to the middle of our system. This is where you make the money. This is where the Catalyst backend system really comes in and shines. That's where you're boosting your AOV and your conversion rate. So this is the biggest problem with a lot of people is we see that you have a lot of visitors coming to your site, but you can't for some reason get them to buy your product. You have a bunch of visitors, but no checkouts. You spend a bunch on ads, but you don't get a bunch of money in return. This is most likely because either A, you have bad creatives, or B, which is another most likely, is you don't have a lot of objections on your product page and your website. Customer leaves your website with more questions than before they went there. This is how I like to think about it. If you solve every problem a customer has with buying, then 9 times out of 10, at the end, they will buy it. So we're going in there and we're objection handling. How I personally do this is like, take a look at Manscaped right here. When you first click on Manscaped, let's say you saw an ad. Let's say you're a customer, you saw an ad for Manscaped. You would look at this, you're like, what is it? Okay, what comes with it? Does it work? Okay, so we scroll through. We want to be answering those most common questions that our customers having. You see, Manscaped does a very good job of this. It's a whole entire video dedicated to answering those types of questions. It answers what's in the box. So you see exactly what's in the box. If that was a question that the customer had, if they didn't get that question answered, they wouldn't have bought. Manscaped has that very beautifully laid out right here. At the bottom, you have questions, we have answers. Very simplified. What comes with it? What is it? What comes in the box? What's the shortest setting? Can I use it to trim my balls? So it's every single question that a customer might have is being answered. And this video pretty much answers all of those. I personally would like to use some type of GIFs. Videos work well, pictures work well, descriptions, headlines, anything you can to remove those objections. Another thing I like doing just to boost your AOV is free shipping unlocks. We're not just giving away our shipping for free. A lot of people think, if we charge for shipping, then my customer won't want to buy the product. That's not the case. If they want to buy the product, they're going to get the product. A $5 shipping is not going to make them not get it, right? But a $5 shipping might make them add something else to their cart so they can avoid those shipping fees. Let me show you what I'm talking about. You go to look at Take Shots right here. You can add one of these products to your cart, right? And you see at the top, it says spend $48 more and get free shipping. Take Shots is just not giving away free shipping, right? I think their shipping cost is like $10, and you have to come in here and you have to add new products, right? You have to keep adding stuff, and it feels like a game to your customers, so they want to earn it. So that's a huge way that you can boost it. That's free shipping unlocks. Now that goes more into upsells and downsells. You can put upsells pretty much anywhere, and you should put them everywhere, right? You should put them on the product page. You should put them on the cart. You should put them on the checkout. You should put them after checkout. Everywhere. You see Take Shots has them on the cart right here. Let me show you some upsells of this one. We have another upsell right here. If we added it to the cart, they have more upsells right here. What I would like to see from these brands is if I bought this product, I want them to give me another upsell while my cart information is already in. So that way I can just one-click checkout, right? That really boosts the AOV by doing a post-checkout upsell. That's all it is. It's after the checkout, after a customer already has his card information, and they can just click one button and buy another one. They don't have to go in, re-enter their shipping information and card information already on file. It's the most simplest way to buy another product because it literally takes less than a second. So that's upsells and downsells. To talk a little bit about downsells, if they don't say yes to the upsell, offer them something cheaper. That's a downsell. Value discounts is basically allowing your customer and getting in your customer's brain in psychology by saying, hey, we're going to offer you more products, but if you buy more of our products, we'll give you a better deal. And customers are really likely to take these because customers and people are a sucker for deals. Customers will spend more money with your brand so they can get a better deal, right? Customers love that. We see right here, they do a little bundle right here, but Take Shots does this very, very well. If we scroll down, bundle and save. People are going to love this. Maybe they only needed 4, right? But this 6-piece is $124, which is a little bit cheaper. They're going to go ahead and buy 2 extra ones because they can save a little bit of money, right? Okay, let's just do some simple math. 6 pieces for $120 is most likely a lot cheaper than buying 6 of these individually. Okay, so that's what I'm trying to say. You basically give them a little bit of discount. They buy a lot more, you give them a little discount, and they want to keep buying more. That's going to increase your average order value, right? You don't have to spend more money per customer because you already paid an ad to get them on your website. Now they're just spending more money with you, which means your ads are more profitable because you're getting more money from the customer. That's the value discounts and the power of that middle of the system. Now you can extrapolate that out and get really, really detailed and nitty gritty. And that's what I do with all my clients. We go in, we optimize their stores, implement the Catalyst backend system to really, really boost that AOV, boost that conversion rate as much as possible. So even if they have negative spend on their ads, customers are buying so much and buying so frequently that it's hard to be negative, So that brings us down to the bottom of the system, and that is just customer retention. You have your funnel, you have your attention of getting the customers, you have maximizing the amount of the customer that you're buying, you have maximizing the amount that your customer is spending. Now you have retaining that customer, getting them to come back over and over and over. I'm going to give you guys a little bit of crazy statistics about one of the biggest e-commerce brands ever to exist. That's Amazon. A retention rate is basically how frequently a customer comes back and buys another product. If you look at their retention rate, Amazon Prime's members in the US were estimated to be 126 million people. So they have 126 million people on using Prime. That's pretty good, right? But if you lose all these people, then you have to go find more people. Amazon is really great because they keep pretty much everybody. They have a 93 retention rate of the first year, and after another year, it goes to 98%, which is pretty much everybody. So that means every customer they get to come back and buy more. Not a single customer rarely ever buys just one thing from Amazon, but pretty much everybody buys one product from your store. And that's why your store is not performing well, because you're not paying attention to that customer retention. Now, there's a few ways you can do this. You have email, SMS flows and sequences. You get a really, really detailed with the automations. You can really extrapolate that out to really get really nitty gritty with that. You can do product inserts like, hey, when your product runs out here, we'll give you 15% off or 25% off. Come back and buy another one from us. Using those product inserts and product packaging and just overall branding. One of the biggest reasons and things to really keep that customer retention is treating them like a friend and giving them a great customer experience. That is huge. You're going to remember how a brand treated you when you buy it from them. If you buy from Amazon, you're going to be able to reach a customer service support agent immediately. They're going to be able to respond to you. You love Amazon because they're treating you with the utmost respect. You should treat your customers the same way because they're going to remember that when their product breaks or when their friend asks them, hey, where did you get that? Oh, I got it from this brand and they had great customer service and a great shipping rate, so I'll recommend them to you. If you didn't have this, they probably wouldn't recommend it. That's going to be the biggest thing that's going to influence that customer retention rate. So you just want to keep your customers. Don't always try to keep customers coming into your site. Keep them around and buying more. Buy several times throughout the year, not just one time. Don't want to one and done one night your customers. It's a horrible way to go. Now that you've watched this entire video, the entire video of how we implement the Catalyst backend system, like I said, we go nitty gritty, and I personally implement this into all my clients that work with me. If this seems interesting to you and you seem like this could help your business, just go ahead and DM me on Instagram. Message me the word coach. We'll look into your business and we'll look into implementing some of these things we talked about and really extrapolate that and get down to the nitty gritty of what it takes to get your business more profitable and build your customer retention and everything else we talked about. talked about. That's pretty much it. I'm not going to yap. Follow me on Instagram if you want more free content. It's at Fred Sanders, little pop tag right there. And thank you for watching this video.